Now, you notice I added the judging part. Okay? The judging part is a really big deal. It's a really big deal part. And it's one of the reasons I wrote The Gift of Shame. Our nervous systems are programmed to take in thousands of inputs every second. And out of those thousands, they look for what's different. And they pick 7 plus or minus 2 of the things that are different. And they form a little focus of attention. And with that little focus of attention is evoked memories and anticipations. And usually stories also. And as that little focus of attention happens, there's an appraisal that goes on where we're either attracted or repelled. It's a yum or a yuck. A yum or a yuck. And this is going on all the time. We're always judging. We're judging ourselves because we're observing ourselves. We're judging other people. We're judging the environment. We're judging everything. Now, as we have our yum, we start, if it's a yum, we appraise it into, well, it's a yum because it's a beautiful day and because I like the ocean and because I feel happy and so on. And as we appraise the yuck, we go, well, it's a yuck because I'm upset or because you looked at me badly or something like that. We start telling stories about our yums and our yucks, and they begin to get elaborated on the painful and the pleasurable emotions. Okay? This is always happening. It's all the time. Okay? And so then when we talk about mindfulness practice, which is a central part of most psychotherapy. In fact, all psychotherapy involves mindful awareness. Part of mindful awareness is non-judging. But what that really means is being aware of the judgments that happen and accept them, not chasing them, not elaborating on them. You know, but the judgments are going to keep happening. They're going to keep happening. They're going to keep happening. They're going to keep happening. Now, this is really important because people naturally form systems. So we're all a system right now. And systems have certain properties. And the properties of complex systems, I learned this from Dan Siegel. He got it from complexity theory, from chaos theory. A complex system is a series of differentiated parts, that's us now, right now, linked. And it's the system that's open, where energy comes in from the outside. Differentiated parts, linked, energy comes in from the outside. And if that system doesn't get lost in either rigidity or chaos, then that system has a natural self-organizing property, natural self-organizing property to greater complexity. Now, social systems, greater complexity generally means greater harmony. But that's also true inside of us. We have incredible numbers of states, selves, all that stuff inside us. And they're all linked to one extent or another. If we allow that linkage to happen with acceptance, and this is the internal attunement, our internal systems naturally integrate towards harmony also. But it's not all peaches and cream, it's not all roses. Inside, we can dissociate. We can cut off a part of ourselves. And then when that part's cut off, then the amount of integration that happens dramatically diminishes. And often what psychotherapy is someone comes into psychotherapy and we go, okay, let's look at all of you. Let's look at all your different parts. And you go, okay, I'll look at this part, this part, this part, but I don't want to look at this part. Okay? I'm ashamed of this part, or I'm angry at this part, or I don't really have that part, not me. Not nice people like me. And you'll go, okay, well, but so let's just look at it a little bit. And within the context of the therapy session, as the therapist attunes, looks with acceptance on this part, the client gets attuned with the therapist, enters a state of consciousness where there's more courage, there's more integration, and then the client goes, okay, I'll look at it. And as they look at it with acceptance, then that part begins to get integrated into the community, the interior community. And the natural integrative process of human consciousness continues. And this consciousness goes all the way up to God, to unity with pure spirit. It happens with us individually, and it happens with us as a group. which I think is just outrageously beautiful. And what therapists do is we support that integrative process at whatever level we find it. We support it in ourselves by our own practices. And we also support it in our clients. And we do it by attuning to ourselves and then attuning to our clients.